Hi guys, I'm Never, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a Dragonheir video, and I'm not alone today, I'm joined by Skratch.
Yo, what's up, Neva? How are you doing? I gotta say, like, you can see that you're Fiction's brother, just by the voice, like your voices are so similar. What's up, bro? How are you doing? Nice to be here on the channel. I'm glad to see that you finally joined us into the content creation sort of vibe,
Yeah, I took the dive and finally got into it, which is
Absolutely.
weird. It's a strange adjustment from going from writing content for the last 2 and a bit years to recording myself, but we'll adjust to it.
It'll get easier. The first couple of times you don't feel as confident. You might feel a bit like awkward, like okay, what's happening, But it's definitely gonna get a bit easier, and you already kind of like know the way the whole content creation goes. So it's gonna be much easier for you than it was for me when I started. Let me just tell you that,
Well, I mean, I've got the people around me that do it anyway, so it's just a case of getting used to actually talking to myself, which is the weirdest part.
Exactly, that's the part. Yeah.
But yeah, so today we've obviously just been on your channel and spoken about what we think of Dragonheir so far after playing it for what, coming up to 2 months now.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 months. Yeah,
exactly. And obviously, if we look, there is 40 days now till season 2 starts, and this is the first real. Obviously, this is the first season with the game being live.
Yeah.
So we're just going to talk a little bit about what we actually expect from season 2, what we think we're going to see, and yeah, see what we think.
Absolutely, sounds good. I feel like it's a good topic because we have a lot of different things in the game at the moment, so that will definitely be pretty spot on,
Yeah, exactly. And obviously the game so far, like we just spoke about, is going really well. There is a few things that we would like to see changed, but whether that comes in on season 2, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But
absolutely,
obviously seasons are what, 3 months long on the game, so we're going to see plenty of them. Well, hopefully, anyway. Hopefully the game will last a long time and we'll get many seasons. But yeah, so what do you think about the season system? Do you like it?
Bro, I'll be honest. Initially, I was so against it. Like, I was like, that sounds so dumb, Like, why would you do that? And I feel like I kind of like understood the idea. So some people will agree with it, some people will not. But personally, as a content creator, I think it's great. Yep. Mainly, the thing that I have in Raid, right? Like, my account, I'm playing at a totally different level than the average Joe when we're talking about Raid. And
for sure.
The main thing is that people don't relate as much with you. Because when you're showing something, they're like, well, that's 1,000 light years away from me, Like, you've been playing this game for 5 years. You've added all these things on your account. I've started the game 6 months ago. Like, I'm so far away from you that I cannot never imagine myself there, Now, with this, the only thing that will be different is basically collecting the heroes, So in a way, it's not going to be an issue for me to collect the heroes because guess what? I'm still going to use the heroes that most people will have access to showcase content. So I love it from this perspective.
Yeah, especially with people like Sigrid in the game. So
yeah, exactly.
Nobody can really complain about that.
Absolutely. And then the things with content, I feel like will be fresh, will be new bosses. Like, if you play other games, it's going to get so repetitive because all you're doing is basically farming dragon, farming that for the last 4 years. And for me, like other games like Raid, as an example, it got to a point where it's just pointless for me to summon, pointless for me to farm because the chances for me to get anything back from my investment are so low that is at a point where it's just not even worth trying anymore,
Yeah.
So having something new like seasonal things, like new bosses, campaign, new story mode, new gear sets, new heroes every season, and new challenges is something that really, really make the game more interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they added, what, nearly 90 champions from Season 0 in the beta to Season 1. And I kind of imagine, obviously, with it being a 3-month period, they're probably working on a similar amount for next season as well. And
I would expect so, yeah.
Yeah, so as much as people who have played previous seasons are going in with the things they've acquired from that last season and obviously seasons before that, there's still going to be a lot of new champions coming into the game that are on another level that, I mean, there's going to be a power creep eventually as well. So we're all going to be chasing these new champions, whether they be rares, epics, legendaries. And, I mean, you've seen the power of some of the epics, like Varesh, for example. I can almost guarantee there'll be something like that coming in Season 2 as well.
100%. Like this season from the beta, we had Garius as an epic, which is so crazy good, and Sigrid as a rare, which is the best rare in the game.
Well,
so
I mean, she's
100% we will have this. But the good thing is that they're much easier to acquire. You know, like if they're gonna sell again the 99 cents chest that allows you to select whatever hero you want as an epic, it's like wow, it's a no-brainer even for free-to-play players that enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Like $1 is literally a beer in pretty much every country in the world. You know, like if I go back to Romania to buy a beer, it's gonna cost me $2 or $3.
Yeah.
And it's something that will not really affect your life to spend $1 if you want to.
No, exactly.
If you don't want to, it's absolutely fine. Nobody's forcing you to. But it's kind of like a very good deal, basically. So it gives you whatever epic you want. So if you enjoy the game, it's kind of like a no-brainer to be like, yeah, I want to play that epic. It's the most OP epic in the game. I want it, you know. So it's very easy to acquire as an idea.
Yeah.
And
I mean, both of us got something that completed our teams and pushed us onto the highest level of Vortex from it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Because we both got the same hero. We were discussing, like, me and Eva were talking literally every single day about the game, guys, and we're kind of like showcasing how we're improving our teams or what we could do to improve our things. And he was like, Skratch, what are you getting from the chest? I was like, bro, I'm going to get Vika because I want to push my Vortex higher. He's just perfect for the next difficulty. And then in the end, he got Vika as well. You know, we had decisive with some of other heroes. Yeah, because we had pretty much the same team. Yeah, and we managed to push to the highest level with him, and awesome stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. So obviously with the end, well, as this season ends, we'll get a load of rewards going into the next season based on how well we've done this season. So I don't know how you're ranked, but I'm 126.
I'm actually a bit. Seems like I'm a bit lower than you there, but not by a lot, you know. So I feel like 1,000 and a bit less than you have.
Okay, so obviously with that, it'll put me in the gold tier as it stands at the moment. I'm not saying I'll stay in the top 150. If I do, then amazing. But I mean, look, you're going into it with a nice amount of gems, 8 summons, which is a really nice amount. And these...
Yeah, because every season, sorry to interrupt you, you have a mercy of 10. So the first 10 summons will guarantee a legendary, right? Every season.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And these ticket things basically make it so that you've got a higher chance of getting some of the new heroes come into the game.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing is it gives you access to the shop, which is wrong place.
Yeah.
Go to the shop. So yeah, it gives you access to the season shop, which obviously even in the bronze tier, you're able to get 5 dice and some scrolls, which is all well and good. But as you get into the higher tiers, the rewards are just amazing. Like being able to get legendary scrolls, being able to get 10 dice from silver, and obviously the avatar frame, which I will be buying.
Yeah, definitely. And you are getting even more of this currency. Clepsydra currency once the underworld is going to open. That's where the main source is going to come, and that's what kind of like decides your ranking.
From what I've heard, what we've got right now is barely a drop in the ocean compared to what we will have by the end of the season. So
correct. Yeah.
Obviously, I think it's quite likely that if you play the game actively, you will be able to buy most of the things in your seasonal shop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look, if I do manage to get into gold, and if you do too, anybody, the amount of things you can get, 15 Heliolite dice straight away. Obviously, when you're getting a Mercy at 10, I think you get 20 of the ticket things at the start as well for our ranking.
I'm still confused a bit with the tickets, I'll be honest, because I'm not sure if
I think
they'll be used to guarantee me 20.
I think,
you know, like
each time you summon, I think 1 is consumed. So obviously at 10, you'd get a legendary. So I believe that from this, we will get 2 legendaries. I think. Obviously, I'm not certain.
Yeah, something like that. Because it kind of like says that each summon in this event consumes 1 Heliolite dice and 1 season summon ticket.
Yeah.
In this event, the probability of obtaining a hero of each rarity is the same as a regular summon that consumes Heliolite dice. So to understand that is the same chance of summoning a legendary, like the chance to summon a rare. Is that what they mean with it, or is a bit confusing? Sorry, not
yeah,
consuming.
It is a bit confusing.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah. But it's a mercy at 10 because I experienced that from beta to season 1.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, as we go into the season as well, we're gonna lose a lot of our resources. All of our champions are gonna be reset to level 1. Obviously, they'll all need farming up again. All of our all of the upgrade materials will all be gone, and as well as that, all of our gear that we've spent time farming throughout the last 2 months or 3 months by the time it happens, all of this will be gone. So we'll start from a fresh canvas all over again, but you will still keep the heroes and obviously all of your artifacts, as well as the resource to upgrade them. You'll get, I think it's 70% of everything you've
70% out of it. So the essence of creation will be used to upgrade your artifacts. Now, this is a thing that I dislike.
Yeah.
They should not modify this. They should leave it as it is.
Yeah.
If I manage to take it to 20, don't make me do it again. And don't take my 50% out of the essence of creation away. Because basically, I know that they've done their statistics, and probably 30% of it comes from the shops that you can purchase, from the Arena shop, Alliance shop. But I still feel like they shouldn't take that much away. And it comes from events and Battle Pass and other things. So it's not necessarily the biggest issue, but I feel like if I already have one at level 20, leave it like that. It doesn't require me energy to get there, you know?
No, exactly. I mean, I guess over time then you'd go into a new season with all of them maxed, but realistically, you're going to anyway, because you're going to be getting all of this stuff back. So
pretty much. I guess they don't want, I guess they're this is gated as well by the content, so you can only take them to a specific level based on how advanced you are in the campaign.
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
guess that the reason is to don't overpower the campaign, I would assume.
Yeah.
That's the main reason,
Yeah, I mean, obviously from when I went into this season, I had none. I had some of the rare ones that I'd bought, but the epic ones are going to be completely new to me going into the new season, so that's going to be a nice difference alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of new content, what do we expect from Season 2? I know they've said that there's going to be new stories, new bosses, and also some new gear sets. I think they said they're going to work on the Forge.
Yes, so I would personally expect, like from what we know 100% is that we're going to get definitely new story, new map, we're going to get new bosses, and most probably new gear sets. I would expect them to add probably around 90 new champions or so, rares, epics, and legendaries. I would probably expect them to add a couple of new artifacts. And yeah, roughly that's what I would expect of the new season, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Maybe new things that we haven't had yet. Maybe new events, fusions, who knows? They can definitely create a lot of new things and surprise us every single season, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing, obviously, with a new season will probably come some changes to our heroes. I don't think they'll do anything mid-season. I don't think they'll buff or nerf anything.
No, I think they tend to rebalance in between seasons. So let's just say maybe they're going to change a bit Sigrid. Maybe they're going to change a bit Garius because they're so powerful compared to the rest. Maybe they're not. Maybe they intended them like this because we do have strong epics and rares in the game, you know?
But poor Sigrid. I mean, Sigrid might even get bumped up a rarity. You never know.
Yeah, but that's potentially an option. Like, they could create a story where she got, I don't know, upgraded by God knows what king and queen, or who knows, you know?
This is where you need to read the lore, because you'd know.
Exactly. I would know that, but I'm not a lore person,
No,
so I usually skip through it. But
Nor am
they
I.
could potentially make a lot of changes like this that we would not expect.
No, exactly.
Normally.
I mean, it's exciting because obviously we just don't know what's going to happen at this point. And one thing about Dragonheir is they are very good at keeping it closed until they're ready to announce things. So patch notes we kind of get when they go live in the game. And I imagine a lot of this will be the same too. Don't get me wrong, they will want to hype Season 2, so I expect they'll give us something to go off of, but it won't be much. We'll have to wait until it's very close to launch or launch till we know everything.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Perfect. So the only other thing really to cover going into Season 2 is the fact that the elemental pairings will change. And that's quite a big deal in my opinion. Obviously the...
It will have a lot of versatility. So that's the reason why I'm not against them resetting the heroes. Because you know what? This season, let's just say fire and poison, right? Like, I want to use X champion and Y champion. Next season, we're going to have fire and lightning. Now, I have the lightning heroes that are better than the fire ones, are filling the same role. So I don't want to use the fire ones that I used last season.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for the other ones. Now, the thing is, if a hero is scrolled by you in the previous season, that's not going to reset. So if you scroll the hero, the scrolls stay in the hero, which in a way is kind of like, why? then I understand it's based on their economy. They don't wanna break that, you know.
Yeah, no, I think if you went into a new season and instantly all of your scrolls were back, I think it would be a little bit unfair because all of these new champions you'd instantly be able to scroll. And I think that's an important factor to keep it balanced. Obviously, it does mean you need to be careful when you're committing your scrolls because you need to think, is this going to be useful for me next season, especially as you're towards the end of a season, obviously.
Yeah, you can always save your scrolls. You can always save your gem. You can always save your summons to move to the next season. So let's just say this season, you're done with your summoning and you're like, okay, I want to save my Heliolite dices or even the purple dices for the next season because they're going to add new epics and new rares. I want to be able to get them early on. Can save them. They'll be there when the next season starts, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things I'm excited about is the fact that Frost is going to be paired with Radiance. So finally, one of the best elements for damage is going to actually have some support. Because at the moment, the support that you can get from Necrosis and Frost or Ice are not the best. But
no, it's hard. It's very hard, especially in the Trials of Pillars right now. For me, it's hard.
Exactly. But then, obviously, next season, that'll be the issue with Fire. There's not a huge amount of support for them from Lightning, but
no,
I'm just excited to use Jillian with my.
That's the thing. I would expect them to bring the missing champions as new champions for the elements.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what I'm expecting them to bring as new champions. That's why it's good to save summons. Like I'll be opening for the D&D hero if he's good. If not, I'm just gonna do my regular summons and then. For the last 1 month or so, I'll be saving everything for the next season, most probably, if I can help myself.
Well, if they don't put in nice new events as well.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I heard something about...
There is another one, I think.
Yeah, we had the guaranteed legendary for 80. I think I heard something about one for 50 towards the end of the season. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure I read that in our Discord. So we'll have to wait and see about that as well. But yeah, it's definitely exciting. Looking forward to season 2, but at the same time, we've still got a month left of season 1 to enjoy. So let's see what the future
grind,
brings.
you know, a good grind, yeah.
Exactly. Right. Well, that's probably about everything. So if we wrap this up.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
Perfect. Right. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you do head over to Skratch's channel, make sure you like and subscribe. He's done a video with me earlier talking about what we think of the game so far from season 1 from our 2 months of playing. So be sure to watch that and give him some feedback. Thanks.
Absolutely. We do want to hear your feedback as well, guys, because we basically reviewed the game and kind of like gave you our thoughts on it. You know, is it good? What should change? What's bad, etc. So very interesting to hear your thoughts as well.
Perfect. So till the next time.